How a man can be upfront without killing attraction, especially with a woman you like. In this video, I am going to give you 8 tools to understand as a man from a woman on how you don't kill attraction, but you be upfront with your intent. If you are a new subscriber, I thank you. And if this is the first time to my channel, I welcome you to click that subscribe button so you're up to date with daily dating advice and feedback in regards to what you need and how to master your attraction with women. And I'm going to start with giving you 8 tools on how to be upfront with a woman without killing attraction towards one another. Now, the first tool is you have to create some substance within your life. And let me tell you what that means. Substance with your life does go into tool number 2, which I'm going to give you, but I want to clarify this because this is significantly relevant and what I don't hear a lot of. Is substance within your life means that there's particular things in your life that inspire you, that you love to do, that you wake up in the morning to see. Maybe it's your children, maybe it's your mother, maybe it's your father, maybe it's a certain sports activity that you're part of, a team, and you wake up because you're inspired by those people, and you have to have some clear goals and direction and have those people in your life. Having substance within yourself is something that you own. So what is that? It could be something as little and as much as the fact that you love and embrace yourself every single day, no matter who you are, and you wake up in the morning and you conquer that morning gym run, or you conquer that weightlifting session that you have first thing in the morning, or you conquer every day that you wake up at 5 a.m. to read a book. What is that substance that you have that is unique from everybody else out there? And then tool number 2 is you have to have ambition and happiness, okay? So all these tools that I'm going to give you, I want you to understand that these are tools that as a man, if you have these 8 tools, you will not kill attraction when you are showing your intent. If you have these tools, then you can also be upfront without killing attraction. And this is very, very vital, and that's why I want to break it down in this video, is when you have happiness and you have ambition, you're not coming from a lack. So for example, if you did not have any of this, and you were unhappy, but the woman that you were dating is your lifeline to happiness, what makes you think that she's going to be able to enjoy this? That's a lot of pressure, that's a lot of need, and that also shows her that there might be other opportunities out there that will better suit her needs. It's the same thing for you guys. If you were to meet a woman and she was not happy, she was not ambitious, she was not positive, she didn't take care of herself, whatever the case may be, how attractive would you be to that woman? Probably very slim or none at all. So that's why happiness and ambition is really relevant in towards life just in general, but dating and relationships as well, especially if you're trying to cultivate something. Because typically when a man asks me, how do I be upfront with her without killing attraction, there's sometimes something lacking within that. And that's why you have to have these 8 tools in order to do this successfully and not kill attraction. Tool number 3 is you don't look at relationships with women as though you need them, okay? The difference between wanting a relationship with a woman and needing a relationship with a woman are 2 different things. Wanting and yearning for something, maybe because you worked for it, or maybe because you're sick of playing around in the field, or maybe because you want to have something permanent and build a lifestyle with someone because you're ready to embrace this and have happiness within your life. This is a want. This is something that we work for. And then you have the need. I need her to be happy. If I have a relationship, this validates me as a man. If I have this woman, that means I'm superior. If I have this hot girl, this means I'm going to be that cool guy that everybody looks at because I'm in a relationship. I need this in order for me to feel validated from within. The difference here, if you notice by when I broke it down, is the want is because you worked for something. The need is because you're still working on something. You understand, guys? So when we look at relationships, these 2 different ways, and we look at it from, I do want it, but I don't need it, then you do not kill attraction when you are being upfront with a woman, because naturally you're looking at a woman as though, okay, I'm going to obviously be the best man that I can, but I'm also wanting to see what she can offer me. I worked for my life. I worked for my happiness. And the last thing I'm going to do is let a woman come in and just tear this down. So I'm looking for the right woman that is aligned with my desires, my wants, my happiness, my life, my needs, the life and the tools that you've created and ambition that you've created. And tool number 1 and tool number 2 as well is the ambition and life that you've created. This is what leads you to tool number 3. And this is exactly what I'm talking about here, guys, is the least that you need. And the more that you want and you get clear with your desires because you have tool number 1 and tool number 2, then you do not kill attraction in being upfront, because your desires, your ambition in your life doesn't take over the need of a relationship. Tool number 4 is you don't attach early on. You pace yourself, okay? So attaching early on may look like, this girl, I've never had a woman like this before. She's so beautiful and she's so hot. I want something with her right now. But yet we know nothing about her. So we're not pacing ourselves through our desires, our wants, and our needs. Because let's be honest, everybody in life has baggage, okay? It's about how we have taken that baggage and done something with it within our life. So when we go into relationships, either you can get in a relationship with a woman that has extreme baggage and maybe she has 5 kids and asking you for money on the first date. That's baggage. But let's just say you have a woman that has 5 kids and all of a sudden is made a life of her own, is ambitious, is positive, and has wonderful kids and makes a living and is well established for herself, but is looking for a man to stand by her side and bring her up in life and for her to support and for you to support. Yeah, she might have gone through her hard times and maybe that's something that has gone on with her, but the 5 kids is not baggage because she's owning it and she is inspired by this every single day, and this is what makes her that strong woman. So there's a very opportune time for men and women too to look at these things these days, because we're always blaming that people have baggage and I don't want to be with that person. She's baggage, he's baggage. But at the end of the day, everybody has baggage. What makes you think that in order for us to be successful, we have to have quote unquote baggage, what we also call fear, trauma, whatever the case may be, because this is what makes us a stronger person. So you have to pace yourself to understand where this woman is at and not attach so early on. Because as you know, in a lot of my videos, I talk about we have to focus on the reality and not the made-up Hollywood story that we have in our head. A lot of times we focus on the thoughts of what a woman could be, but in turn, we're not looking at how she's showing up in reality. She's not calling us back. She's disrespecting us. She's not interested. She has another guy that she wants to date. She's playing around in the field, but yet you want to settle down with a woman like that? No. Tool number 5 is voice your standards. Guys, there is nothing more attractive than a man having standards for himself and the other people that are in his life, meaning his friends, and even a woman that walks into his life, meaning his coworkers, meaning his job, meaning his own entrepreneurship and the employees that he hires. You know, I have to have standards for my employees. If I don't have standards for my employees, then 1, as human nature, we're not respected. And number 2, there's no guidance. There's no guidance to what direction that they need to be in order to get to where they want to be. Because in order to get to where they want to be, they have to know what makes me tick and what makes me talk in order to develop something more substantial, something more successful, right? So I'm talking in the line of business here, but the same thing goes in relationships. In order to build something substantial and loving and vibrant and healthy, we must have standards for one another. If we don't have standards, then we have no boundary. We have no foundation. It's like us building a building on top of an unstable foundation. And then finally, it's going to be demolished and it's going to fall down. What we need is that stable foundation. And how we get it is really understanding your standards that you want and expect from women. And the way you do this is you have to live by your values and you have to respect yourself and also other people. So practice I always have my clients do is have them write down what they don't want from women and what they do want from women. And they can use their past experiences as something that they don't want from women as well. So if this is you and you're trying to get clear on your standards, do an activity like this and start to really be visual and seeing what your standards are, so you can start living in integrity with them and saying yes to the right people and saying no to the wrong ones. Tool number 6, it's kind of like tool number 5, but get clear on the idea of the woman that you want, because a lot of times, it's more prone for women to have their checklist, right? Oh, he has to be tall, he has to be handsome, blah, blah, blah. But half the time that doesn't even work out. We end up falling in love with someone that earns our heart because we're emotion. To talk a lot about it in my boot camps. But in the other terms is men also too, they don't really sit down all the time. And I'm not saying all men do this, but they don't really sit down and really think about what they want from a woman, right? So for example, if you're a guy that's an entrepreneur, let's just say, well, you need time to invest in other things in your life. So your time is very limited. So you probably want a woman that's understanding. You want a woman that's open to communication and that is a good listener and that wants to build something and probably has ambitions of her own that takes up time. Let's just say that you are an athlete. You want someone with a healthy lifestyle, things like that are really effective within each other. So figure out what that is. Which leads me into tool number 7, is make sure the both of you have the same goal. This is so vital within life, and the goals can change, and that's why as relationships you constantly have to check in. So what is your goal in life? What is the same goal that the both of you have in life? Because typically we go through life sometimes with blinders on and we don't even know what we expect from life. And that's when life starts happening to us instead of for us. So what we have to build is we have to build certain goals and aspirations that the both of us can work for within life in a partnership and in general within ourselves. So what is your goal? What is your purpose? What is it that you want? It can be something as starting a family, or it can be something as I want to inspire people. I want to build a platform for my photography. I want to build a platform for my writing. I want to become a race car driver, whatever the case may be. What is that goal? Get clear with that goal and talk about it early on with a woman to see if she's somewhat aligned with the same aspiration as you. Tool number 8 is the last tool of all, and I'm sure this is exactly what you're looking for in this video. And I'm glad that you stayed till the very end because this is what I'm giving you. If you master the 7 tools that I'm giving you in this video, understand that this comes from self-integrity, self-confidence, self-worth, and ambition. This also comes from a lot of positive mindset activities that you have to do for yourself every single day. Because I see so many men that comment on this channel or out there and message me and email me, and they're always stuck in this fixed mindset that I've never had a woman look at me this way. I'll never have a girlfriend. Well, right there is your problem. When you come from lack and scarcity, you will never get what you want. Life does not work for you if you're not willing to work for it. So what's very, very vital is if you want to be upfront with women because you don't want to kill attraction, and you have these 7 tools that I'm talking about, then this 8th tool is going to come naturally. And that is being upfront with her and being very direct in what it is that you want and saying it with intent, and that you're not scared of an outcome. You're not attached of an outcome from her. So you can voice clearly what you're looking for, especially when a woman asks. When a woman knows that you're pacing yourself, you're going with the flow, you're not putting so much energy in what does she think about me, but you're willing to show her, then you can upfront and say when she asks, so what are you looking for? You can say, well, I'm looking for something as a relationship. I'm looking for something more deeper and getting to know you on a deeper level and taking this one step at a time and seeing how things go. There's so much more strength in something like that when you come through with those 7 tools that I'm talking about in this video. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if this video helped you at all, tell me what tool that you need to get better at, or if you're gonna master these tools, comment, I'm gonna master them below. As always, I'll see you in the next video, and remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.